So, I'm here with Charlie, the co-producer and director and lead actor of Double Blind.
Yeah, that's me.
So, what was the original idea behind your film, and why go with neo noir as the main theme?
Right, well, originally it started off at like, realistically, the start of the second year when Lily was pestering me for ideas. Just hand them out, just giving them. And we were kind of going in circles. We were drafting scripts and ideas, and nothing really landed. And then, at the height of Stranger Things, we kind of landed on an idea that was kind of the same as this, but also completely different. I made a script and everything for that, and it didn't. After the hype of Stranger Things ran out, it kind of wore off, and I didn't like it. So then I moved on to the character ideas that we had, as in the strengths, the weaknesses of the characters, and I built a story kind of around a Peaky Blinders aesthetic. What was the question exactly again?
So, what was the original idea, and why neo noir themes?
Right. Okay. So for the neo noir, we kind of I wanted a kind of Peaky Blinders aesthetic, where it's like it's warm, but there's also a very dark side to it, and that I wanted a double life. I wanted my character to be able to just switch, and Lily's character to be warm, and Chris's character to be the warmth. He's not evil. That's the type of personality that all these characters pursue, and I think that with this film, with Double Blind, after a lot of consideration and what I wanted for the characters, would you say that I got that kind of summed up the characters' strengths and weaknesses?
I mean, yeah, that's pretty much the character strengths and weaknesses.
Have I answered your question?
Yeah,
Okay,
thank
good.
you for that.
Sorry.
So, in your opinion, because I'll say my take on this in a minute, because I was kind of co-producing and filming this at the same time as doing this project. What was the hardest part of the production, in your opinion? Like throughout the actual production, and even pre-production, production, and post-production. What do you think was the hardest part?
To be honest, it was probably Kent Film Office. And I say that because they didn't have what I wanted. That's probably kind of selfish. But in the grand scheme of it, let's list off things that went really well. The production, the script had been, obviously I was producing it for a while with all these different ideas, so that kind of just came naturally. The world setting came naturally. All the stuff about the story, that was absolutely fine because it had been ideas generated for realistically months in hand. The locations, once we adapted the story from a warehouse to a pub because we couldn't secure a warehouse. Sorry, as Kent Film Office, we couldn't find anything with that. So I guess
Yeah.
the hardest part really was the changing of the story, the adaptation to a pub. But I think it works well. It gives more layers to the story.
It worked well. It does have more layers, and we did adapt to it quite well.
Yeah,
Considering that we spent a week and a half trying to find some warehouse locations.
back and forth emails, and there was nothing for a even cheap fee. We had to pay a hefty amount for something that
I
we
think
didn't really want.
I think the lowest fee was about £500 just for not something that wasn't even exactly what we were looking for.
And then we came up with the idea of a pub front because, well, every criminal mastermind has a business to hide their underworld. So we obviously had the Hussar, which I think you mentioned first, which brought it all together. Then I had the Oddfellows and Westwood Manor House, and obviously we haven't used them really for their pub elements apart from the Hussar. So I think, go back to your question, the hardest part was probably the initial Kent Film Office debacle, but there was nothing on their fault. It was just a complete oversight, or not even oversight, just an overestimation. I'd say it was very ambitious, and we wanted to do it in the proper channels. So I think that would be the hardest part.
Yeah. But like, so that kind of leads on to my next question actually, which was, were there moments where the film changed from what you had originally planned?
Yeah, yes, there was a lot of those, and it kind of all spurred from. Well, obviously the production went smoothly. We were a week and a half, 2 weeks ahead at one point. It was we could take our time, and we did. We got everything right, and then it got to the locations. We had to change the locations, which is absolutely fine by me, because it was an adaptation. It's something that we can change. But then when it really all, can I swear?
If you want.
When it went to shit, was finding out I had to have the surgery, and that's when the whole idea of structure kind of left the building. But
I mean,
to an extent,
think the whole idea of structure didn't necessarily leave, because we did still structure everything. Like, for example, not even for example, we were on calls for multiple hours.
Yeah.
Restructuring, replanning everything, so we tried to fit everything in.
Yeah, in that sense, yes. I was in my head. I was thinking like on the actual days of the filming, we knew that we couldn't get everything done, so we took what we had. We took what we could get, really, and some of the shots we are going to have to redo at a later date. But that's just the way that it's had to. That's just the way it's. Yeah,
it's filmmaking.
And I think, I think the surgery was the massive hiccup. But if anything, it actually spurred us on to do more than we probably we could have done. You know, in that time frame.
In that time frame, we probably wouldn't have done as much as we had if that wasn't happening.
No.
So, next question is, what was your favourite scene to film and why? And as I was there filming them with you, I've kind of got an idea of this, but I want to know, having had time after filming them now for a couple of weeks, when you think back to it, what one was your favourite to film?
Let me flip that back on you quickly. I'm going to give you two questions. What was your favourite to film, and what is your favourite to witness? Just so I have an idea.
My favourite to film, well, they're actually in the next question. Both of these.
Okay, I'll wait then. I'll wait.
Well, no, because we can just merge the two together.
Okay.
So, my favourite scenes to film was 14.
Yes.
To witness and film, 5. All parts of scene 5.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that was arguably one of my favourite things.
And then scene 5 was obviously beating up Dan and my dad dying. The gang leader, but and then
his dad's character dying.
Yeah, that. Sorry, yeah, probably preference that. And then scene 14 was the one with just Chris.
Yeah,
right? Yes.
Scene 14 was just tracking Chris, me with the gimbal.
First proper gimbal use, right?
Yeah, throughout the whole film. Scene 5, kind of. There were other ways to do scene 5, but we used the gimbal because it just made
convenience.
Yeah, it was convenient.
I think my first answer would be scene 5, and I think it's just because of the way it played out. It was we found the instruments in Tony's cellar. We had the table ready set up, and it was just perfect. I think scene 5, just without thinking, would be my favourite. I did really enjoy filming scene 1, where we kidnapped Cameron. I thought that was for how simplistic the scene and shot is. It was really how short it is. I thought it was really fun to do. I think all of the quote unquote boring scenes in EKC training. I really enjoyed them. It's just I don't know.
I
They
think-
weren't like
I enjoyed filming them because
Yeah.
it was a challenge to try and get the filming done.
yeah
But apart from that, it was mainly down to scene 1 was my favourite until we did scenes 5 and 14.
I think
100%.
the scenes where I can kind of be free and laugh at
Let
hurting
loose.
people is was my fun. What was the second part to the question? Sorry?
So it was, what was your opinions on scenes 5 and 14? That was
Right. Okay. So
going to be the next question, but we've kind of just combined the
yeah.
two now.
Well, scene 14, I didn't witness it happen. I obviously was doing the walkthrough with Chris, just me and him. So I knew what I wanted. I would obviously show Jack and Chris that, and well, Chris is here actually. Let me ask you, what did you think of scene 14?
Am I in the shot? Can you see
Yeah,
that?
you're in the shot.
As being, go on, take the mic. As being the sole actor in that scene, how did you, or for a majority of it, how did you feel it play out? What was your opinion?
Was scene 14 the one that we did in one take?
Yes.
Yep.
I think it went very well. What was the question again? Just to refresh my mind.
So it was basically, what was your opinion on it? Like being in it, how it went.
Well, in the moment, I was just trying not to laugh. Mainly being the one actor that was in the scene for a majority of it. Being in front of the camera to make sure that I wasn't laughing, because I know that we struggle with that, especially with the handshake one. Yeah, that was.
I was going to bring that up in a minute.
Yeah, but I think it went really well. I did say that we'd get it done in one take, and I, intended to get it done in one take. Great at my job, and I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll be right back then.
So-
Thanks for the interview.
Yeah.
Get back in the corner now. No, but I think
Not
for,
the same.
for scene 14 for me, I had the job of holding the door open and running back out. So I think, obviously, walking through it was really fun because I got to see what I want. And looking back on the camera, it was when Chris went down. The two guns are there. His head is there, and he just looks dead at the camera. It's perfect. I probably shouldn't shake it while you're talking.
Oh, it's fine. As long as nothing taps them, they're alright.
Okay.
So, right. So what do you think you learnt from the whole production?
Learn the fucking lines.
Hand out scripts beforehand as well. That's
that.
definitely...
I can't-
Make sure everyone has scripts beforehand and has
Yeah.
enough time to learn lines. You
It
don't
was
have to do it on the day.
Just one of those oversights where it was like,
I think it was due to the time crunch.
yeah,
Of
it was,
the surgery really threw a big spanner in it.
it was like the tape on the floor at scene 7. We worked so hard on getting everything together that we missed out the
really obvious.
fucking crucial thing of, how
Move
are
the tape.
they gonna act the scene if they don't know what to say, and but what I learned. Well, obviously, I learned that. That's a very hard question, actually, because obviously I've learned a lot.
So say you had to name 5 things that you've learnt from the production.
Okay,
That being the first one.
Learn the lines. Okay. Oh, fuck! My mind's gone blank. Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
We
it's
can cut
fine.
this. We can cut up.
So, yeah. So what do you think you learnt from making it? Apart from
Learn the
lines.
Right. I learned. Oh, fuck! My mind's gone blank again. I learned that this is what I want to do. I obviously I knew that already to some degree, but being
it cemented it.
yeah, being in front of that camera and behind it and acting and directing, it was, I don't know, I felt powerful. I like power. What can I say? It felt natural, and
Yeah.
that doesn't happen with many things. And I felt it just happened. It just went, and
Yeah, it just worked.
yeah. And to be honest, I don't think I've learned in a sense, I've cemented with a lot of these things I'm going to say, because obviously I've learned a lot of camera stuff from yourself that I didn't know before, just because I haven't taken an interest in it. I learned a
Yeah.
lot of movement and stuff, but I think I learned how important it is to put friendships aside while the camera's on, while you're on set, in a sense of, I want to sit there and smile at Chris because he pulled a face or whatever, but in character, in that setting, you have to, like, that's not my friend, that's my fact that
Yeah.
spoilers, I kill him, you know. So
Yeah.
that's I obviously, you know that already, but I learned how to do that properly. I would like to say I learned I had something good. What did I have?
Well, you saying about acting and directing and everything just gave me another question that I hadn't actually thought of yet, but I'll go to that.
Go right now.
I don't have a pen. I'll remember it. It's fine.
Pen.
So
I learned how important it is to stay well equipped.
yeah, I'm normally the well-equipped one. I just left my pen
This
in my
is.
bag.
I'm telling you, my doomsday car has come in clutch so many times.
Your doomsday car.
Honestly.
Your car is something else.
The importance of fuel prices. So that's a very hard question.
So going back to something Chris mentioned earlier, the handshakes. The handshake shot.
Yep.
Do you know the exact number of takes that it took?
15. 9, I think.
9.
Yep.
9 takes just for one handshake.
But we got it on number 6, but I didn't like it, so we reshot it.
3 more times.
What I learned is the importance to be authoritative as a director, because before in other projects I've just accepted it because it looked all right, it looked good, but this time I put my foot down and said no.
Yeah. It took me and Lily and Bowie saying to you quite a few times that you do not rush. If you want to retake a shot, retake the shot. And that definitely made the biggest difference.
I just feel bad, but I need to put that to a side. That's what I was saying. I just put that to the side. Right now we're not friends. You're my colleague.
Essentially you're my
You
employee
work for
at
me.
this point.
Yeah.
That's
I pay your wages, Wagey. Do your fucking job.
so going back, so what you learnt from making it, what I learnt from making it, what I reminded myself of from making it was always have another look at things, because we wouldn't have had the gimbal if I didn't have another look at the gimbal that I had.
Mm-hmm.
And scene 12, the audio wouldn't have been anywhere near as good as it was if I hadn't had another look at the microphone last minute before we decided to. Like, we almost used these microphones for it,
Yeah.
which would have worked. It just wouldn't have been as good.
No.
Which
Which we may have to re-record audio for that scene anyway,
yeah,
just because.
do some.
All you can
what's it
hear
called?
is
ADR. That's
yeah. All you can hear is the football
Do some
in the
ADR.
background. What's ADR?
it. I can't remember what it stands for. There you go.
Oh.
No, bullshit.
It's I can't remember exactly what it is. It's something. It's after something recording, and I can't.
I get it.
I remember the acronym, not exactly what it means.
Yeah.
So, given the fact that we did not actually manage to get the entire film done
Mm.
How do you feel about the results that we did get?
Well, given the fact that after half term we had from that Monday to the next Wednesday, so we had
10 days?
10 days. We managed to film fully scene 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 12. Yep.
Yeah.
A little bit of scene part of scene 1 and part of scene 18. So we
Yeah.
filmed nine and a little bit of scenes, and considering
In
we
10
had
days.
10 days, and you know, it
And people that were helping us also have their own projects to do as well.
yeah,
So
and their own schedules, and they work, and fitting everything together took a lot of time. You should see my notebook and the amount of messages I sent. It was just. It was
Yeah,
trying to get a
was a
day
lot of-
for everybody to get on to for the scene 18, and I wish it would have went smoother, but I think that was I don't know what happened. I lost
think
all my
that
confidence there.
It was down to stress, I think, more than anything.
Yeah, it was the Tuesday, and I was going to hospital the next. Was it the Tuesday?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the Tuesday, and I was going into the hospital the next day. I was there, wanting to get it passed.
For some reason, camera stopped recording. It's fine now. Technical difficulties. Back to the question of how do you feel about the results of what we got, considering we didn't manage to get it all done?
Well, to start off with the why, it was coming back off half term. Obviously, you were working for all of it, so we couldn't do any of that days. So we had the Monday the 20th when we came back, and my surgery was planned for the 30th. So that's 10 days in itself, bearing in mind that I went up at 5, 6 o'clock on the Wednesday. So realistically, 9 days. We filmed scenes fully 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 and 12 with part of scene 1 and a little bit of scene 18. So that's in 9 days we've done 9 and a tad scenes.
It's essentially a scene a day.
Yeah.
More if you take into account the fact that we didn't film on the weekend because I had work one day and we had to give people a break.
We didn't film for 3 of those days, and we did scene 7 before. So technically, in those we did
So in the
eight and a bit scenes in
6 days.
6 days. Yeah. Oh, sorry. So that in itself was tough, obviously, but what's the question again?
It's just how do you feel about the results of what we got?
Yeah. So from obviously what we got, I'm really happy with it because given obviously it could be better. Yes, obviously with anything you do, it could be better. But for the time that we had for the
We're doing this zero budget as well, by the way.
zero budget,
Or
the struggles,
almost zero budget.
yeah, the struggle we had to endure, the just everything that went into it, I think it is the best it could be. There's slight issues with the editing in the sense that the audio for scene 12 is a little bit wrong, but we literally couldn't avoid that.
Yeah.
There's a few cuts that people aren't in the same place for, but that was just hindsight and rushing and trying to get it done. But apart from these minor little things which only really in the grand scheme of it I noticed because I'm nitpicking and going over it 100 times
you're
to
editing.
make
You
it yeah
probably wouldn't have noticed it if you weren't editing.
exactly. If you're just watching it, this slight cut from here to there isn't gonna make a
I mean,
difference.
I think they might notice Lily's legs being
Oh
up and they're
yeah,
not,
well
but
that's
a
something like
separate-
that. But we
That's
can
a
just-
separate issue.
yeah.
We could just refilm that.
But there's one scene I edited where I track hand movement, but I completely changed the tone of my voice. And it is what it is. But as far as what we've got, I'm very, very happy with it. I think it went really well, and I'm proud of everybody.
Yeah. So, the question
Did you have something you wanted to say?
actually,
What's the next question?
well, the question that I thought of earlier when Charlie mentioned it was like, what was your opinion? How did you feel about being the lead actor and the director at the same time? Like, how did that affect how you thought about it?
Be completely honest, I wasn't thinking about it. It just came naturally. I just felt that with the work that I've put into everything before it, making the story, making the characters, styling the characters realistically how I want them, it I didn't think about it. I think in the moment it was just natural. Like, I want that,
Yeah.
and I'm going to be there watching it, but I want you there facing that way, and I want you there facing that way, projecting it back here. It's just, I could see the scene, and I guess it helps that I completely made it and all that jazz, but
Yeah.
I think overall it definitely helped, because if I was just given a script, and like for instance with Dan's film, I was given the script and I was constantly asking him, "What do you want?" And if I was just given a script without knowing exactly what another person would want, it kind of puts a spanner in the work, because I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to do what I think's best, but that's not what Dan wants. That's not his idea. But for me, it was exactly what I want, how I want, and I can do it in
Right.
any
just
sense of the
pause
matter.
quickly, because I don't actually know if that's still recording because it's disconnected from my phone. I'd literally looked down to check, and it was. Oh, it is still recording. It's fine. I'm not going to try and reconnect to it.
Yo, we're back. I, yes, it helps. I don't have to think about what other people want. I don't have to try and please anybody else, because it's what I want. It's
Yeah.
just
It's,
perfect.
it's yours.
It's exactly how I could picture it, and the only person that I can let down is myself.
Yeah.
So I think
Because ultimately, as much as when you make a film, you make it for an audience. When you have written it, produced it, directed it, acted in it, you're making it for yourself. At the same time, it's.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. Does that answer your questions?
Yeah, that's all the questions I've got planned. If there's anything else you want to talk about, you can.
Do you have anything?
Okay.
So you might need to move over a bit.
Back
so you're
to
in frame.
what we was talking about with like how the filming went, and how you're saying like we didn't get a lot done because like with Scene 18 you felt like you was trying to rush it and it wasn't working. I would say that in my opinion that isn't
You
true.
don't need to hold the mic that close, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
Otherwise, it's just. I was thinking to the audio just then. I was like, that's gonna be way louder.
Sorry. I'll hold it here.
That's fine.
I think a lot of it was, some of the people aren't here. A lot of it was just down to a lot of people just getting distracted. I feel like when we was getting the filming done, we all had the intention of getting the filming done, but it would take us a while to start filming because people would get distracted doing other things, or other people turning up and still being in the shot in the back. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just feel like if a lot more people, like there were the extras, could have just committed to actually getting the film done, then we would have got a lot more done. We still got a lot done, but I feel like with those things, it was just like the extra people, they just didn't really have their whole heart in it, which is why we didn't get as much done. Because obviously, have I just turned the mic off?
I don't know. Did you press it?
Oh no, it's not on. I pressed the clip. Yeah, it just felt like a lot of the people that turned up a bit later just didn't have the whole heart in it, and that's why it took a bit longer to get it done. Because what time did we get there? Around like 3, 4?
We got there at 2.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so we got there quite early. We didn't start filming till what, like 4, 5?
We started filming scene 14 throughout that time once we waited for them to come, which we
Yeah.
planned. That went
Yeah,
absolutely fine. That
them
went
showing up later was
swimmingly,
planned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we told them to turn up at 4 because that's when we were going to start
Yeah, but that's
planning
when.
and filming for that, which we were
Yeah.
on schedule for that.
No, but even then we were gonna start filming scene 18 at that point when they turned up. It was scene
Yeah.
14.
The idea was to
Do
Get
14
there
in
at
the first
2.
2 hours.
Yeah,
set up, do 14, which we managed to do,
yeah,
and then after that was everyone else arrives at 4. So we had special effects makeup arrive at 4.
yeah.
We had other actors arrive at 4. So like your neighbour.
Special effects was great, by the way. Shout out to
Cameras.
Jack. Auntie.
Yeah, or not basically, yeah. Not by blood, but she's basically my
Not by
aunt.
blood, but she, tied in.
Yeah. So like we had her show up.
Yeah.
We had your neighbour show up. We had just the rest of the cast show up essentially.
Yeah.
And it took between the plan was never to start filming at 4, it was to set up for those
Yeah.
scenes at 4.
I do just feel that like, if people want to do this as a career, they need to treat it like what it is, and that is a job.
Yeah.
So
I think
you know.
it's okay.
Yeah.
I think the thing that I learned most is it's fun to have your friends there, but sometimes it's better to have people you don't know
Yeah.
because they're more prone to listen. Because like if I went, for instance, to Uni of Kent
Yeah.
and asked some of the students there if they wanted to do it, it would have went a lot quicker, yes.
Yeah.
But then I guess at this stage where we're at now, especially when it was the last day before I was going into the surgery, I felt that the essence of the film wasn't really important. It was more of
At that
the
point, it was more about actually spending time with people that you
Yeah.
could be around.
yeah, and it obviously we were doing work within and around that, but I think when we come to do this next, it will be entirely different because we'll have our lines learnt.
It's fine.
We'll have it's like- we'll have our lines learnt. We'll have everything to a T. It was rushed. Everything about this film, really, for the production side of it, is rushed.
Yeah.
It's planned rushed.
The
It
actual
had to be.
main production definitely was rushed. So the pre-production was months, basically. So yeah, and anything else that you want to?
No, I don't know.
Any questions you've got for me that you thought of whilst we've been talking? Because I know there was
Yeah.
one that you asked and I'd already kind of covered it. But
I don't want this to end because it's fun. There's so much to speak about.
well, it doesn't have to. This is it being longer is better for me actually because this is the structure of my documentary.
Yeah,
So like when we brought stuff up, I'm going to cut to that footage.
Okay, let's talk about the photo shoot.
Yeah,
The first
actually, we
first
hadn't-
thing that we
hadn't brought
done.
that up yet.
How just in a sentence, short form, how did you guys think that went? Because personally, I was really happy with it. Where we got all the outfits. It was the first time we were trying them on. It set a good tone for how we wanted it. I think everyone was invested. It got everybody invested. It was a step that needed to happen before filming to
I
progress.
think, like the actual actors' connection to the characters themselves wouldn't have been as strong if we hadn't done that.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't necessary, but it unknowingly increase the connection between the actor and the characters they were playing.
Yeah.
And it was also just a bit of fun.
Yeah.
We had a good time doing it. I mean, at least I did.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the honestly the outfits that we got for the characters were perfect. Because imagine if we just did the photo shoot in like tracksuits and stuff. It wouldn't have felt it wouldn't have felt right. So
Definitely charity shop hunting. But literally, my entire outfit, bar the boots and the belt, and the trousers. But
and the underwear too.
actually, yeah. No, to be fair, only the top half of my outfit is from the charity shop.
Yeah.
There you go. I should have said that.
Yeah. I think mine was just like
Your
the
entire
main
outfit.
the main shirt.
Your entire outfit, bar the shoes and belt,
Yeah.
and obviously
The
accessories.
polo shirt was mine as well.
Oh yeah,
That's the
sorry. I
second
was
one,
thinking about for the photo shoot.
For the, oh yeah.
Yeah, the photo shoot, basically your whole outfit was charity shop.
Yeah, I'm broke, so
Well, it cost £8 for that outfit. You look $1 million.
shout out
It-
the guy who had it before.
Rest in
Yeah.
peace.
Shout out that guy.
No, personally, I think they are some of the. There's definitely some of my favourite photos I've ever taken in there.
I think
Oh.
I
Get it
think
out.
I think
I-
personally.
Put it right there. There, there, there.
Well, no, because I will actually put the sum in.
Do it, do
I'm
it.
not going to do it where you're pointing, but
Why not? No, that's cool. What? Yeah, put it there. It's just fucking
I,
right there. No,
I would I would say personally
because it's unprofessional, Charlie.
that is
This is not 2012 YouTube.
editing.
the level of production that went into this is very admirable. Honestly, whoever, obviously I'm guessing it can't be one person has to watch all of our films, right? Like from
No, it would be multiple people.
UAL.
But Steve still has to go through everything first.
yeah, honestly,
So shout out to Steve.
shout out Steve.
He's going to be watching some
W Steve.
very
yeah.
long things.
Steve hasn't seen me in a couple months, but I've been in the army. So the level of production that went into this was definitely very admirable. I think, considering what Charlie had to go through, it was a ticking clock to the surgery, and how much he managed to get done in that time, in comparison to a lot of people, there's a lot of people, especially here, that aren't able to produce what he's able to produce because their heart isn't in it. That's why they can't produce even a quarter of what he's done. So, it's very, very inspiring.
It's
If he doesn't get a distinction, I'll be very, very pissed off.
I will be filing complaints.
I mean, I'm surprised you haven't filed a complaint about not getting an extension, but
Oh yeah, that's. No.
Because he don't need help.
Yeah, actually, I'm not. Don't worry about that. I just realised. Don't worry. I keep my mouth shut.
right, okay, let's move on from that.
Oh, that would have got me in some trouble.
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to say that word anymore.
Oh, sorry.
So yeah,
So timeline. So let's just timeline it quickly. Did we do the photo shoot before the Andrea scene?
yes.
Yes.
The photo
Yeah.
shoot was the very first thing we did. In fact, I think the photo shoot was that morning.
Yeah,
Might have even been the same day.
Did it say that?
No, it was the day before.
The,
'Cause I left
the
the
photo
clothes
shoot
here.
was the day before.
Yeah, I left the clothes here. How did you find? This more for you. How did you find the transport everywhere? Just a little funny question.
My taxi was great.
Yeah, thanks. How did
bit
you?
cramped, but it was alright. It was something that needed to happen to get everything done, and that was yeah.
Mhm.
necessary.
And then we had to get a bus one time to Westwood Manor House,
Yeah,
and then it was just we
that,
made
that
it
was
happen.
alright though.
Yeah.
That wasn't too bad.
The bus was actually fun. I quite enjoyed the bus. What was it? I was gonna how did you take the responsibility of being in charge of the files?
I mean, I did take it quite seriously, and there was just sometimes that we got back. There was one time that we got back so late, and I was up until I think 2, going through everything, organising, that I just completely forgot that I'd left the audio recorder in the bag downstairs and forgot to upload it. Luckily, even after I'd brought it back to the college, the card hadn't been wiped, and we managed to get the audio back for those scenes.
Scene 18
Scene 18.
and scene 14.
Yeah. Luckily,
the big ones.
Yeah, luckily we managed to get that back.
Yeah.
But apart from that one mishap,
Scene 4.
scene 4. What about scene 4?
The clips of me walking out have just poofed.
Oh yeah, I uploaded everything that was in that car.
I don't know what's happened with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
neither do I.
But apart
genuinely
from
don't
those
know.
two things, it was
One
seamless.
of them was definitely my fault,
Yeah.
which was the audio, and that I genuinely have no idea what happened with that. Apart from some footage for this documentary, just vanished as well. So I think something must have happened, because I definitely had it. It was there and then it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
So, funnily enough, it was for scenes 5, and it was the behind the scenes for scenes 5, which weren't that good anyway. So I'm gonna just cut into clips from that I've got from this interview. I'm just gonna use the actual footage.
You have all the test takes anyway. We
Yeah,
didn't really do much.
I've
throughout
got
the test.
test takes. I've got the actual takes as well. I can use.
Yeah.
Like for instance, scene 14. I've got the test take I did on my phone that I'm gonna use as a behind the scenes as in this.
You've also got all the ones on my phone from my phone that are in the folders that you can use.
Yeah. Which I have figured out how to get to work in DaVinci now. So. And there was something weird the other day. There was a video that you had sent me. It was the photo shoot one.
Mm-hmm.
It was only audio when I put it in DaVinci, which was weird. It's not anything you've done. I think it was when I tried. It was one of the versions that when I tried converting it to something else, it just made it audio for some reason. But that's fine.
No.
So yeah, next interview, instead of having Charlie and Chris, we're gonna have Charlie and Lily. We're gonna do that tomorrow because Lily's busy today.
I do have a final question
Go on.
for Charlie.
For Charlie, actually, just hold that one in between you.
With this project finishing up, what do you plan to do in the future? Do you have anything that you want to make in the future? Do you want to maybe adapt this into a second film? You know, maybe a little epilogue type story. Do you have any alternative plans?
So
Future projects?
can I steal that question from Charlie quickly?
Yeah, go on.
Sure.
So me, Charlie, and Lily have already spoken about in the year between
The gap year.
the gap year. In between this course finishing and the possible start of a level 4 course.
Yeah.
We've already spoken about maybe doing like a mini series, like a TV series or something.
I wanted to do like an episodic, like 6-episode mini thing.
That's tough.
Yeah, because you know me, I don't like films. I feel like something starting and finishing in anywhere from an hour to 2.5 is just stupid.
Yeah.
You should be able to sit with something for 100 hours and see a journey. Obviously, this will be 6 hours at max because you don't want an episode going over an hour. So this will be like, just say 30 minutes an episode. That's still 3 hours, but you get to see a journey
Yeah.
Yeah.
of everything. I feel like the episodic structures of everything is just better.
So will that be an adaptation of Double Blind or something completely different?
No, I think the only way to adapt Double Blind would be with completely new actors.
Yeah.
And it would be removing the only person that survives is Lily.
Yes.
So it would completely eliminate.
Maybe you have like a secret son that you never tell about, and maybe he gets revenge or something. You
Well,
know,
this is the thing,
little
this
family
is
tree.
Spoilers for that as well is, we don't necessarily know
If you die,
that if you die,
Little
it's
cliff-
not you
little
don't
cliffhanger
die
too.
on camera. You're there. You've been injured.
Yeah,
you
I
don't
guess
see you
I
die.
say I say shut the fuck up and let me die in peace, and then I just kind of sit there and
Yeah.
Maybe.
as the camera like zooms out, I'm there. So
It zooms out and he gets back up.
I don't know.
right?
In my head, I showed me dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm dead.
that's what you envision.
In my
that's-
version of the story, I'm dead.
Yeah, we can speculate as much as we want about how you could make it.
I could
but-
live, yes, because at the end it's a stab wound to the abdomen, but I'm dead.
Bro, so tough.
I'm dead. I think it's going to be a completely new thing.
Any ideas
I
at the
would-
moment?
I personally would love to do like a comedy thing, because like a lot of
I
your
want-
projects
yeah.
have been action, like
Yeah,
your
so
last FMP, and also the genre project in between the start of this year and the end of last year.
Yeah.
I definitely need to stray away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's good to dip your toes into something you're not used to doing.
I definitely want to do like a in my head like a big house frat boy fuck around.
So,
thing.
dude, little Miami trip.
You know, it's like something stupid like that. Like we
Wow.
rent it on Airbnb for £100, and there's 10 of us, so it's a tenner each. It's this nice,
Yeah,
you know,
I feel like it would
fuck-off
be-
villa that's we can just film in, and you know,
You ever seen Project X?
nah.
Go watch that. 100%.
I've
You'll love
heard
it.
of it. I've not seen it.
It's a great film. It's like a handheld footage of like a party based on real events, by the way. Amazing
Yeah,
film.
no,
Amazing film.
that's about as much as I know about it. From like I've seen some trailers and stuff. But
Also, I did want to do maybe the something like the impacts of living with cancer, something like that.
Like a little like
Yeah,
What's-
maybe like a
what's that called where you do it?
Like
awareness.
a mini biopic or
That's
something.
it,
Yeah.
biopicture.
Yeah.
Biopic.
Yeah.
I don't know, just something like, because I feel like
Autobiography. That's it.
I don't portray what actually happens, if that makes sense. Because like, realistically, I am in pain all the time. I just forget about it. I don't really care.
Would you feel comfortable having to like relive those events, or would you get somebody else to do it for you?
No, I'll do it.
You do it yourself.
Don't really matter.
I mean, in some ways, even at a subconscious level, it does. Going through it again helps you deal with it.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
And we have sidetracked from this a bit now, but it's
We're at the
fine.
end.
It's
It's
We're moving on to the future.
it's
We've
the
talked
end.
about the present. We're going
Yeah.
past, present,
And
future.
the same thing applies of as much as this was an interview about the film, it is also just an interview with you. It's because like if you weren't how you are, if what's happened to you hadn't happened to you, the film might never have existed.
Film would have never existed. Never.
So
no one could recreate this.
They literally couldn't.
Nah,
Like,
it's all him.
like I'm almost certain of this, and I say this with, I said it with kindness. Nobody in this building could do what I've done.
No.
Like within everything.
not to the same extent.
Yeah.
He has his own vision.
Yeah.
Only
I
he can get it done.
I don't think anybody in this place is capable of going through what I have gone through, let alone
And then
fucking getting out of the hospital 42 or 43 hours after a surgery and walking around Sainsbury's like fucking nothing happened.
And you just
And
got
just
straight back
going
to
back
it.
to
You just
it.
got straight back to it.
Came back
yeah,
4 days after.
we were all telling him to go home.
No, I didn't want to go home. I felt fine. It's just like,
Hard work and
I did
dedication.
it for me, and like
That's
I
the
feel
thing,
like
yeah.
everybody would have just took that time off, and it's there just like no.
Yeah,
I
but
think the recording just
I
ended.
can be here. I'm not
I just heard it beep.
that was downstairs.
Oh, okay. I thought I just heard the recording and I thought I heard the beeps.
No, I'm not gonna just fucking half-arse it because
Yeah.
I have an excuse. I'm gonna use that excuse to propel me into better situations.
And also, it shows that, you know, even having gone through what you went through, if, you know, a completely well-abled person that hasn't gone through those isn't able to do the same level of work or be as committed at the same level you are, it just shows who they are as a person. It shows that they're lazy, they're, you know, unmotivated, undriven.
Yeah, and I don't want to be comparative because comparison is the thief of joy, as the saying goes. But if you are seeing what I've gone through and what I'm doing, how the fuck are you struggling when all you've gone through is some like mean words?
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like that's the way it works in my head. I'm like, if we are comparing what is your issue.
Yeah, where's
Where's your motivate? Where's your spirit? Where's your fight? Where's it gone?
If you were to put two people down on the table, right? Charlie with everything that he went through, and a regular person with, absolutely nothing, and you gave them the same task, you'd be very shocked to see that Charlie, having gone through all of what he's gone through, was able to get, a majority of it done, despite all of everything he went through. And then the other person just gets nothing done. Because, it just shows that, most people in this world are just lazy. They just... They don't want it. They don't want it as bad as some people.
It's the easy thing to do, and I think if you look at it as a straight line, my whole life, I was born with this, so I was on this straight line. The only thing I can do is take a road like that goes back to the straight line. Every choice that person has made, they could start over there and end up on this straight line, but I was always on that straight line. I don't know if that makes sense.
I feel you.
This was always my path. Yes, I can go like that, but I'm always
You was
going
gonna end up on the
back
same
to it.
road.
It's just the way it is. But I feel like nobody else has that issue. Like nobody has something from birth which is going to negatively affect them forever. It's just I think people's motivation need to be tested. People's belief and faith in themselves need to be tested.
Yeah.
They have
Very
to.
beautiful.
Just a quick disclaimer. Obviously, there are still other people that are born with things. that will
Obviously,
affect them.
I'm
But-
just putting it in a grand scheme.
He's just showing, the level of
It's-
work that he was able to do
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
comparison to some people.
It's just how much they want it.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
doing a course because
I'm going to be honest.
they have to.
For instance, if we hadn't worked together on this, I would be nowhere near like the level of work that I've done for this project would be nowhere near where it was if we weren't working together. And like your drive to actually get it done actually was A, inspiring, B, it held me accountable, which was A, really helpful, and B, made me realise how much I rely on momentary motivation rather than actual discipline,
Yeah.
which has been actually quite a big shift for me recently, where I've been actively trying to become more disciplined anyway. But yeah,
It's one thing saying it and another thing showing it.
or doing it.
Yeah. I'd like to think that I can inspire other people. And it's
No,
good
you definitely
it's
can,
good
like-
to hear.
You inspire me.
Thank you.
I'm
Something I try to do at least. I
Obviously-
don't want to talk about all the negative stuff all the time because there's
Yeah.
so much of it. I just try to laugh at everything. I very much find the silver lining in the shit.
I will say as well, obviously I can't speak for everyone involved, but I'd hope you agree with this, that it was inspiring to work with Charlie
Yeah. I mean,
in those days between the half term and the surgery, because there was just a drive that was unmatched. I've not met anyone else that really had that same
yeah.
dedication.
Especially in the last scene, I think you can agree. A few people were definitely like drifting off and not staying fully committed. But this guy Charlie stayed committed the whole time, and that's what kept me to staying committed. I mean, I was committed anyway. I want to help my friend, but
Yeah.
just seeing the level of commitment he has shows that he's going to be a great director in the future, and that a lot of people should definitely, be inspired by what he can do, and stay tapped in early. That's what I'm
Watch
saying.
Double Blind in cinemas now.
Stay tapped
If
in
only.
Gotta finish the fucking thing first.
Yeah, we still need to finish it. Right, I was going to say something then, I completely forgot. No, it's fine. Going back to what you were saying about being dedicated to it, it took, on that final film day, it took half an hour, maybe 45 minutes, and I'm sorry if you don't want me to say this, but it took about half an hour, 45 minutes for me and a few other of like the main people that were there helping, just sat there talking, saying to you over and over again, we do not mind being. If we didn't want to be here and helping, we wouldn't be.
That's another thing I should have heard.
Yeah, I just felt so bad that these people are just sitting here, just doing nothing, and I feel like I've promised this massive big thing, and it's just I just didn't. I don't know. I wanted to cry.
I'd have to say this. Charlie can probably agree. I agree because obviously I'm the one saying it. Hopefully Jack can agree. If you want to be anything in this world, you need to be comfortable with doing uncomfortable things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there was a few instances in the filming where like certain things were changed because some people weren't completely comfortable with it. When it's like, I'm not comfortable getting shot in the head. I'm not really,
Yeah, I've
Not really.
got pictures of that I can throw off.
I might not be comfortable with certain types of things, but
Right there.
it's acting for a reason. And if you're gonna be acting in a project or acting in a film or acting, as a career, you need to be comfortable with doing uncomfortable things. You can't,
You need to not be yourself.
yeah, you need to leave that part aside. You can't sacrifice, because you not being comfortable with one thing could derail, possible relationships with other characters which need to be more apparent, because this is all like,
Yeah, like
yeah, exactly.
I do completely agree with what you're saying, but there are some things that I do think that people should be allowed, like actors are and should be allowed to not
Have a
be
say in,
comfortable and
yeah.
have a say in.
Yeah, obviously, like, no extreme stuff. Obviously, like, you can be completely uncomfortable with that. But just,
Yeah.
like, smaller things
Yeah, is
that are just, like, kind of nitpicky. It's like,
yeah, where people aren't really, where it's just like, oh, I don't. Is
I don't want to do this. It's like, bro, we're here for a reason.
yeah, is
I feel like if you said you're willing to do something, and then you're not willing to listen to what I've told you, it's just a bit like,
Yeah. Like, you can't...
wait here.
You can't sign up for a job where you're told to do something.
Yeah.
And when you're told to do it, no, I don't want to do it. You just get fired then.
It's
Like,
genuinely like
Get
saying,
fired,
oh,
yeah, is
I've applied for this position at the tills on Tesco, but
I don't want to do
I'm
this.
only going to do self-scan. I'm not going to go over on the tills. Like,
Yeah.
Just sidetracking.
Get
It's
fired
just like,
then.
no.
or like, for example, my brain's just gone blank. I had an example in my head of something. I've just completely forgotten it.
Was it during the filming?
No, it was. People need to shut up behind me. Just to let everyone else up here know, we are still filming.
Some people are so disrespectful, bro. I swear to
Don't know if they heard me or not. They're still talking really loudly. But yeah, I think that's good for the interview for this one.
Yeah.
If you're alright with it tomorrow, I will kidnap you again. We'll have Lily up here as well as Chris.
Yeah.
Here we are in our second interview. We have Charlie again and Lily, who is our lead actor, or one of our lead actors.
Lead actress. That's how it was.
That term isn't used anymore.
Oh,
It's just actors.
Shut up!
Yeah. So, what we covered with Charlie yesterday was what was the original idea, what was the hardest part of the production. We'll ask you that again today. What was your favourite scene to be in, and why? Your opinion on, or to go your opinion on scene 14, because you were there for that.
But when was that again?
One take.
With Chris.
The one take with Chris.
The one where you ran away.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Was there anything that you learnt whilst we were making the film, and having seen some of the results, what is your opinion on it? And just overall, how did you feel about acting in it and helping with it? That's basically just a quick run through of what we're going to talk about. And then if
Okay.
there's anything that you guys want to do, or Charlie spoke to me yesterday, if there's anything you want to talk about at the end, we can talk about that at the end. So, yeah. In your opinion, and you can butt in again if you want to. What was the hardest scene to film?
The scene with Chris in the pub, because it kept making me laugh and I couldn't do it. I can't do that scene ever again if we had to retake that scene.
Well, luckily we only have to do the audio.
No, I don't want to do the audio again.
So you won't have to be in front of the camera,
It's-
but you have to be in front of the mic.
Yeah, it's just to re-record the lines because of the football game.
Is that all you can hear, the football game?
You can hear you and
can hear
Chris,
Chris, but you can't hear you.
but so it's just your lines.
Yeah, but it's, yeah.
I wasn't told that. I was told you could hear neither of you.
It's in that first scene where you can hear Chris, crisp as anything, and it's you. You're there like. There's things louder than you.
Oh,
Just-
wow.
It's just
That's
horrible.
that's the problem I had yesterday with Chris when he went like this and just started talking louder at the same time. It wasn't very fun. Thanks. So yeah, that was the hardest scene to film. It kept on making you laugh.
Yeah.
Anything else? Any others that you thought were difficult?
Not for me per se, but it seemed to be difficult for Charlie and Chris to do a freaking handshake. How many takes did that take?
Don't put my name
Oh, so we
into
discussed
that.
that yesterday. Actually, 9.
9.
9 takes. This is scene 3, shot 3, take 1. This is scene 3, shot 3, take 2. This is scene 3, shot 3, take 3. Scene 3, shot 3, take 4. And I will agree with Charlie here, it wasn't his fault, it was Chris.
Yeah.
What did I say we were going to cover? What was your favourite scene to be in? Or witness, even? Because I know there were some that you weren't in, but you were still there for.
One to do was, even though I did feel really bad, was the one I did with Charlie when I hit his knee. I felt really, I felt really bad. I didn't want to hurt you.
Oh, what? So the first part of scene 19 then?
18.
Yeah,
No,
18.
That's still 18.
Is it still 18?
It's
I thought
still
that was
18,
scene...
yeah.
Me dying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was the first part of scene 19.
It's like the 14th part of.
I've got 2 favourite ones where I've not been there. Was Cam's
Oh, the kidnapping.
kidnapping and Dan being beat up.
Yeah,
Those
that
2 of my
was-
favourites.
Those are my favourites to film.
Yeah. So
Charlie's just like bam, bam. I just can't get over the audio behind
Oh
the
my God.
kidnapping of Cam. I can't even talk because it's too good.
Put it here.
Oh,
And-
please put that in. Please put that in. It's so good.
what, the
moan.
kidnapping?
The kidnapping.
The moan audio he does in the car, right before I downed it.
Oh, do you know, I do have that audio. I wish I didn't.
Yeah, and Dan what does Dan say? You know what you
Shut
did?
the fuck up, you know what you
Shut the
did.
fuck up.
Yeah, that.
That
Oh.
was... So yeah, so your
But-
favourites, yeah?
Yeah, my favourite. Yeah.
So, yeah, scene 14, after watching it back on the camera, because I know you weren't actively involved in it, what was your opinion? What were your opinions on it?
Can you remember it first, though?
It's the one where Chris walks into the facility and
Yeah,
then
and
Stephen
then Stephen puts
and
him on
Dan
his
and that
knees.
come in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was good. Because I did help Chris I did it on my phone and I helped him out and I thought it was good. Yeah. It was just when I had to do the snap bit and run off, I felt really bad because I thought I was being really loud.
No, it's fine. 'cause
Also, I may have been at fault when Stephen and Dan and Cam came in late for one of the takes when they had to come in because where
did they come in late?
I think they did
Oh,
because
that's fine.
I think they did because where I had to run off, you can go to the girls' toilets and it will come
Oh,
out to
you-
where they would come out from that
Unless
scene.
you're talking about one of the test takes, because we did it in one take. That's the thing.
Okay, well, it was probably a test take because me and Lily were in the bathroom and they could see us through the glass and they got distracted and I opened the door and I went, "You're acting now," and they were like, "Oh shit!" and they just walked out, and then that was I felt really bad. I mean, Lily just went, "We're not doing that again. We just got to stay outside." After I finished that.
Yeah. I honestly didn't realise that in any of the takes we did that they came
I should have
out
not
late.
out myself
I
then.
Yeah, I didn't even watch it. I literally clicked the final clip and moved on.
Yeah. So, was there anything that you learnt whilst making the film?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Apart from that Charlie needs to give people scripts in advance.
Yeah, you really do need to give people scripts in advance.
That was the big thing that we spoke about yesterday.
If we ever do a future film, we've got to get a script done and then print it out and send it off to whoever's acting in it. Because I don't think we can do any more improv where it's in a file or on someone's lap on their phone.
Or on the floor.
On the floor, yeah.
So, given what you've seen of the results of the filming, how do you think it's going to come out?
I think it's going to come out really good. But from what we got so far, I don't think it should be like all compacted together, Charlie. I think it should be like a trailer thing for your FMP.
Yeah, I'll do 2 versions.
Yeah.
Versions. I'll do it all together where it doesn't make sense, and then
Just like
a trailer
yeah.
type of thing. Don't know if I'll do a title sequence just yet. I don't know if I have everything.
From what I have seen, yeah, it's good. I've not seen. I've seen most of mine scenes, but the one I've not seen is me and Charlie in the scene 18. That's the only scene I've not seen.
Yeah, there's
I don't want to see them now, but after what you just did, no.
It's not. No,
What?
sorry.
What is
I was
that
listening
noise?
to vibration. It's not a lot.
It was the
It's
lock.
literally like one scene.
Okay.
Wait, what scene were we talking about? Sorry.
18.
18, where I've got to hit me on the knee.
Oh yeah.
Because
Okay.
first of all, I didn't realise I had to run out that door. Because I tried to go around the corner, but that didn't work out. And then he found me and he was like, "You've got to actually hit me." I was like, "I don't want to hit you. I don't want to do that. I feel really bad." He was like, "Just do it." I was like, "Oh God, okay."
The difference between him and Dan is Dan was pussy and wouldn't take the hit.
Yeah.
He will.
Dan's acting in scene 18. Mwah, it was immaculate.
And to be fair-
Sir, but she's running away.
Dan's acting in scene 5 was pretty good as well.
I think it was really good, yeah. By the way, what was it? A grade 8 in drama. He got for
Grade 8,
that.
yes.
Yeah. I got a 9, but that's not believable apparently.
No, I can't. Right, fine. Not gonna say.
No, say it,
Can-
say it, say
It's
it.
just.
I was about to say,
Say it.
can we remember to like move the mic between you two when like if Charlie talks?
Well, he's really loud at talking, so I thought.
I was just gonna talk louder.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, just do that then.
Yeah.
I just like holding it. It's very cute. Petite. It's literally a little friend with a little hair on it.
If only they were orange, it would be Mini Steven.
We need to get orange hair right now for these little Macs. There will be little Stevens.
You probably can buy that.
Yeah, you can. Get pick one.
Painted.
Painted.
I'm not going to paint it. It would ruin
Just
how
get
it works.
just get an orange pom pom and just stick it on the thing.
Yeah, that would work. Get an orange pom pom, just go. Yeah. So you mentioned like future projects. Are there any ideas that you might want to do?
I am writing them as we speak, but every time I want anyone to read them, they're really busy.
No, give it a week and we won't be.
Okay.
I was about to say you've got
3 days.
yeah.
I've got 2 ideas, but I think the other one I'm just gonna scrap. But the one I'm doing right now, I really like it.
Oh yeah. So actual production, photo shoot. We'll talk about the photo shoot again.
Okay.
What was your opinion on the photo shoot? 'Cause we did actually have quite a good conversation about this yesterday.
I enjoyed it. For everyone else, I just didn't like to get my pictures done.
Do you think it set the tone of what was to come?
Some of it.
Last minute props right here. Last minute props. You guys need to wait a second because I need to put this down.
I feel like a fucking gangster right now. Hey, calm down.
The name! That's all I need from you tonight.
Morgan Freeman.
I am Morgan Freeman.
Officially, put him in. Cut.
Cut.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Right. Can you please try?
Do you even know what that means, or have you just pegged out your arse?
Fuck off. I know what it means.
Hello, camera.
He's about to get shot.
He has a purse. I have.
That was recorded.
Love.